YouTube, what is going on? Bloody gorgeous guardians of the internet. It is Mesa Sean, and we are back at it with some Destiny. And in this video, we're going to go over factions. We're going to talk about the faction I joined, why I joined that faction, and which one you might want to choose based on what they can offer you in terms of PvP, because factions are pretty much all PvP based, not necessarily for something for PvE. So, two quick questions though before we get into it. When it comes to gameplay for these types of things, because they're kind of irrelevant, what do you guys want to see? Do you like seeing PvP stuff like this, or do you want to see PvE or strikes or something like that? Because I originally had a strike, end strike on Mars all set up for this video, but you know, I just been doing so well in PvP. I was just like, maybe I'll show off a little bit, because I am just so used to getting shit on in multiplayer games, and this time I am doing the shitting. And God, that sounds horrible, but anyway. And secondly, when it comes to like these things where I'm going through the tower and class setups and that, do you guys mind the picture-in-picture thing I do, or do you want me to go full screen with it? I just thought it might be better for the viewer because you get to see what I'm doing, and if you want to tune out a little bit, you still can watch some gameplay in the background. So this gameplay is just going to be just random clips of me murking people, making myself feel better about myself, and that's it. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk factions. So, when you first start the game off, you basically belong to the Crucible Quartermaster if you're not in a faction. So, your bounties that are related to the Crucible all go towards the Crucible Quartermaster. Now, with PvE, anything you do and accomplish goes towards your Vanguard. And the Vanguard and both Crucible Quartermaster will sell exotic gear and so forth, and you'll gain reputation with both the Vanguard and the Crucible Quartermaster. However, once you actually join a faction, then all your PvP bounties are going to go towards your rep with that faction, not the Crucible Quartermaster anymore. So anything you do in PvP will then all relate to, and you'll see after each game, you'll see your particular faction pop up at the end of the menu, and it'll, you know, you'll see how far you gained in rep and all that stuff. And you want to choose, again, you want to choose which particular faction based on what your goals are for that particular guardian that you're using. Like here, I'm using a hunter, so we're going to go into why I chose the future war cult. So now the different factions that we have, and I'm not going to go into the details. You guys can just go to the faction in the tower and read about them. I just want to give you the basics on what you can expect from each one of them. So there's three, and oh, here I go. I can go to movie trailer voice. There is
the future war cult.
There's
Dead Orbit,
and then you've got the
new Monarchy.
So I joined the Future War Cult, and they all basically look the same when you go into it. So you can buy emblems, purple gear, and purple guns. And you can see my faction rank right now is 0. Try to get it up to 1 or 2, but you buy your gear with marks, and also it's based on your reputation. Okay. Now to join any faction, you just got to buy this thing for 2,500 bucks. What did I say, buck? 2,500 glimmer, and wear this cloak. And anything you do in PvP will then count towards your faction. So obviously for Titans and for Warlocks, it's some other thing, but they all start off at 2,500. You buy it, you wear it, then everything counts towards your faction, and not the Crucible Quartermaster and Crucible Handler. So the reason why that I chose the Future War Cult is because I'm playing as the Hunter Gunslinger. I'm not really using a Blade Dancer. And the two attributes I'm most concerned with boosting are my Discipline and Intellect. Not so much the Strength, because in the Hunter Gunslinger, Strength is all towards your throwing knife, which I am terrible with. So I'm only concerned with Intellect and Discipline. Now, Future War Cult sells armor that boosts those two stats. So each faction sells particular armor that's going to boost 2 particular attributes. So again, for the Future War Cult, it's going to be all Intellect and Discipline. The new Monarchy, the gear they're going to sell is going to be related to Intellect and Strength, and then Dead Orbit is going to sell gear that's related towards Discipline and Strength. And that's pretty much it. So basically you want to choose wisely and look at the 2 attributes you want boosted, okay? Remember, there's Intellect, Discipline, and Strength. So depending on what class you want, like say if it's a Titan Defender, might be 2 totally different things than what I'm looking at. Or if I switch to Blade Dancer, and I haven't looked at what Strength does for my Blade Dancer. Look at that headshot, that was nice. Depending on what my Blade Dancer wants, maybe Strength might be something I want to boost. But here you have the ability, and you can switch factions. Just take off the cloak, buy another one. But you probably just want to stick to one faction and stick to one particular class, I would say. I'm pretty sure with other classes you could just join a different faction. Not sure how it works. Maybe you guys could comment in the comment section. Let me know what happens if you take the cloak off and you put on a different cloak. But I would just say you're going to put time into doing the bounties and doing everything in PvP towards that faction to gain rep. You might as well just stay with it. There's no point in leaving. And that is it for me, guys. You know, let me know in the comment section what you guys are doing. What factions have you joined? Why? What classes are you running with those particular factions? What rep are you at? I'm sure you guys are much higher than I am. I'm still just trying to make it up to 26 so I can participate in the Vault of Glass. And yeah, that's it, guys. So if you enjoyed this content, please drop me that like. Subscribe if you want more, because I am your #1 source of Destiny content. I always get a chuckle out of people that do that. It's like, subscribe because I am your There's 10 million #1 sources that everyone says. Subscribe to me if you enjoy my videos and you like me. Or maybe you like my dog, Max. Alright? That's it for me, guys. I am out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.